Right, how are you doing and how have you been? So, we're going to start off with, so like I said, I was editing the footage of the last fight and I found Will and Shadowheart were a bit like non-existent. So I'd like to change their builds up ever so slice and dicely. Just to make sure they're a little bit more efficient. So with Will, the only problem is we're going to have a very melee party, because my goal is, or my accidental aim is going to be everyone is suddenly melee, which is going to be vastly awkward to say to the least. So we're going to chat with Withers.
Spins along as it should.
Oh, crusty Withers.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
I feel like he gets off on resurrections and stuff. Can I change my class?
As thou desire.
Right. So the goal here, and actually very lore friendly, which I always like when multi-classing is a little bit lore friendly, just because obviously we know the storylines are set how they're set. We're going to start Will out in a fighter, because we can look at it like he was a fighter before, obviously, Mazora or whatever her name is. Chatted to him. That's how we're going to look at it anyway. Fighting style, there's a few options we could have done. We could go defensive, and I did think about defensive for quite a long while. I think we're going to go to weapon fighting though, because I feel like we're going to have my druids DPS, the barbarians bleed, and then Will doing utter shenanigans whatever he needs to do. So 2 weapon fighting, so then he can just dual wield. That's how you say it's fine. We will change his. Do we want to change his abilities? Oh, well, they go to all this anyway. So we want strength down to as low as possible. The +2 can then still go on to charisma. And we still want charisma to 16. That's absolutely cushy. Strength, I want that +2, sorry. The +1, I don't know, constitution, I'll worry about that in a minute. Strength we can totally dump, because that's absolutely fine. Intelligence we are utterly going to dump as well. Wisdom can stay at 12 for any potential checks and stuff like that. Dexterity, I want that to as high as possible if we can get that to 16. Yeah, because I want dexterity, because that just means our ability to then go fast is going to be so much better. Charisma 16. So what am I missing here? Because we've got some points spare. 16, 12. Yeah, Constitution to 14. That's actually then quite cushy, and I like the idea of that. Dump strength, dump intelligence, we don't need either of them. Charisma is what obviously Eldritch Blast and stuff like that is going to be cast off of. Dexterity is going to then be, you know, where our turn is going to be. Yeah, also affects your initiative. So obviously, Will going fast is kind of a priority, because then he can do crowd control stuff with darkness. I still plan on doing a darkness thing. We don't need him to be... How's my volume with like the background? And then acrobatics, because we don't need any of this because he's not face of the party. And confirm. And thank you for checking that out. Right, so then we're going to go into Warlock, because I think it actually works really nicely, him starting as a fighter, especially like with his pact and everything, and then going into Warlock afterwards. So then we'll multi-class him. And he does, because I don't know if we're going to come back to get Action Surge. I haven't quite thought about it. I should have said more. The reason why we went into level 1 fighter was to get the better armor and stuff like that, which is obviously really, really cool. I'm hoping that's how it works like that. Then we multi-class him back into Warlock, and we do exactly the same things as before. So we've got Eldritch Blast, which is basically just going to be his ranged attacks, so at least we have someone that does ranged. And if he needs to do range, he can do range sort of thing, do you know what I mean? I can't remember if we have anyone with Mage Hand. But in all honesty, if we have a couple of people that can do Mage Hand, that's absolutely fine. Like, it's A-okay in my book anyway. I do like Bone Chill, just because it gives that disadvantage on attack rolls. But I think we're going to do Mage Hand just to make sure we've got it. We're going to go subclass the Fiend, because that's going to give us temporary hit points, and we want temporary hit points this time. Because I do like the Great Old one. And when you land a critical hit, nearby creatures have to do a wisdom save, otherwise they become frightened. However, I'm going to be extraordinarily aggressive with Will. He is going to be my go get him boy, you know, like the slap on the bum, and then he jogs and does what I need to do. So, every time he kills a hostile enemy, he gets 4 temporary hit points, which is going to be very, very important. Spell-wise, I think I'm going to go Hex and then Arms of Hadar. I really like Arms of Hadar as just as an AoE. Bam, do loads of damage. And if they fail, it doesn't say what check it is. I suppose it's a wisdom check. Most of them are wisdom checks. But on a failure, they can't use reactions, which means I can reshuffle as much as possible, which is actually really important. Like, there's certain things in this game that I didn't realize the importance, like movement or lack of movement is obviously a real big kick in the gonads, and reactions, because what that means is if we're all locked into a massive gloop, we can only attack what we're already with, and we can't actually like beeline an enemy down. I did think about Burning Hands, but especially early on at our level, Hex is still really good to just Hex anything that we want to get down, and then either Eldritch Blast it or Arms of Hadar, which we will probably swap out later. I couldn't be bothered to do the maths and work out actually how deep we were going with this, because I think we've got... This should be the last level, question mark? And then we'll go to Shadowheart and do all her stuff. So spell-wise... I don't mind that. Burning Hands comes to mind. I do like Armour of Agathis. It does stack up later. So we're going to go Agonizing Blast and Devil's Sight. Do we not get Darkness yet? What can I change in? No, I think I need like one more level, sadly. So I might do Burning Hands. Problem is, he's gonna... No, he's got armor. Oh, no. Because he's got the armor from Fighter and stuff like that, we should be a little bit stronger. So let's go... Burning Hands? Hellish Rebuke early on is very good. The only problem I find with Hellish Rebuke, and as good as it then obviously is removing spell slots every time you use them. So then you get to your turn and you can't do all the shenanigans you want to do. So let's do Burning Hands, because it's another good AoE. We do get one level up. Okay, this is the important level up. I might actually even have to go back and correct, but it's fine. Here... Darkness or Misty Step. Darkness is more important to what I'm trying to do. We are going to go back to the Blade. And we want to replace... So I'm actually going to replace Burning Hands with Misty Step. So then we have Misty Step, we have Darkness, which with the Devil's Sight that we got early, what that means is Will can start combat. Is that because that's an action. And then, yeah, so we can bonus action Misty Step to go into the middle of a crowd. We can then do Darkness, which is magical darkness. With our Devil's Sight that we saw earlier, we can see in the darkness, and because he is a fighter, he is going to be able to smash them. And then anyone that comes out the darkness is then going to be met by my Bleed Barbarian and my Druid, and Shadowheart is going to go Ultra Support. And it all sounds good on a sheet of paper. It all sounds good when you say it out loud. When it sounds out loud, and don't get me wrong, I expect everyone that's watching to, you know, clap, applause, cheer, maybe even weep. You know, who am I to tell you how to act to my genius? Right, you know me, I do like to reshuffle all these. We will be using Pact of the Blade all the time, because I've used it before and didn't truly understand. Second Wind is very, very good. We probably will go in for Action Surge at some point. Bind, Summon a weapon. Okay, summon a weapon and then bind a weapon. I think this is just bind a weapon we do. I can't remember. We'll work it out. So we've got Hex and Eldritch Blast. So Hex is good because then anything we do just gets additional stuff. We've got Arms of Hadar, which, as we said when we group up, so it's going to be really, really good. Heavily Obscures. It says Heavily Obscures. I can't remember if Darkness at this point is... affects movement speed. But that's fine. If it doesn't, we could potentially, because our Druid can then chuck down Spike Growth, which does half movement. Will then drops Darkness, and then he's got all these AoEs. Later on, he's going to get a really powerful AoE. Does mean we need to kit Will out a little bit different. But if I go to tab, for example, and then we've got this medium armor here, I'm hoping this works. If it doesn't, I've embarrassed myself. We can put medium armor on Will, which makes his armor class go from 14 to 15. I mean, not amazing, but you see what I mean. Like, we can actually pump it up a little bit, and then he's going to be harder to hit. Oh, Will. They were proper tighty whiteys, weren't they? Yeah. So, but what that does mean is we have 3 incredibly aggressive characters. So, my Druid literally goes into bear form, fights. We've got a Barbarian that literally rushes in and cuts heads, and we've got Will that is going to... The thinking is, let's say enemies are where Withers is. Will can then dive there, Darkness there, hold his own, and as they sprint out of the darkness, because they're going to need to, then then my Barbarian and Druid is hopefully going to clear everything else up. So...
On I go.
That does mean we need to go into the life domain, because while we're going to have bonus actions to heal, really, a lot of our bonus actions, maybe not Karlach's at this point. Although her bonus action is going to be go into rage and stuff like that, or searing weapon. Our bonus actions mean they're not really going to leave us much time to heal and stuff like that, which means Shadowheart. I don't know how this is going to go. Like I said, when I say it out loud, when I speak with the magnitude, let's say that I speak with, it sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a plan. But
Fate spins along as it should.
Although I'm just saying, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed if I die the first combat.
Or mayhaps a resurrection instead.
God, you want a resurrect, don't you? Can you change my class?
As thou desire.
Right. We are keeping her cleric. And we are going to go life domain. So I really like light domain. That's probably my favourite. Tempest, you know, probably best DPS maybe. And war domain has its moments. We're going to go life, which basically, when casting a healing spell, the target gains additional hit points equal to 2+ the level spell. Basically, it's like double healing. Obviously, the less so, but we cast a level 3 healing, and then we're getting what? Equal to +2 this. +2. Oh, so we'd get additional 5. But then it gets really good when you're doing mass heal, because then you're healing everyone and the additional on top of that, which is obviously really, really good. Do we want to change anything here? I think I might boost Constitution. What? Because I could go down there. I can't get it to 16 unless I could drop Charisma. She doesn't really need all that Charisma. And then get Constitution to 16. And Constitution's really important because she is basically... I think the most important thing she can do is Bless. Because we've got 3 very aggressive people. She gets a Bless up, which gives 1d4 to their attack rolls. Which is obviously quite important. And I think that's a slightly better build. Or slightly better ability points. Obviously, when we get cracked in the head with a hammer... this all goes out the window. But until then, party people, until then. Problem is we don't really need guidance, but what else would we have? I'm going to get rid of resistance, get rid of guidance. We don't need guidance. Everyone and their dog in my group has guidance, and I can always respec her if I really need it. We'll go light, because that's always handy. And Blade Ward. It's not concentration. It's not sexy, but... And then Shadow, Shadow, Shadow Heart. And then not really much. It's obviously just the actions or the class abilities that we're going to get. So we have Invoke a Healing Energy that restores your allies. Free healing. I mean, I'll be honest, that sounds absolutely miserable. I'm hoping that stacks. And we won't worry about spells because we've got a couple more levels up. And obviously with clerics and whatnot, we can just... kick them out as and when. Life Dominion spells, so we get aid, heal all our allies and increase their maximum hit points by 5. Very nice. Lesser Restoration. I actually really like getting this in the life domain as a free spell and not having to use it in here, because it's one of them spells that, because I'm very lazy with because I know you should keep swapping and changing spells, but I'm always that person that then forgets. And especially on honor mode, I don't want to be in a situation where it's like, oh no, I forgot, we're in trouble. Because then you're really, really in trouble. Feat, the sexy stuff, we go straight into boost wisdom. Get wisdom straight up to 18, which is obviously very, very strong. We get another one of these, which doesn't really matter. Again, she's not a face of the party. I would just give her resistance because sometimes it comes up. And then, I believe this is the last level up. And then we look at the stuff that we actually want to take. So, we always take spiritual weapons. Spiritual weapons is too good. I think... So we always take healing words, because obviously that's going to be the main thing that we do. Do we not get the action healing? Must do it as our cleric ability. Not that it's good, but... So we got... I do like inflict wounds. So we're going to go warding bond, because I've heard good things about this. So she can ward an ally. They gain resistance to all damage. Meaning damage is like, what, halved or whatever? And +1 to their armor class and saving throws. However, each time they take damage, she will take the same amount. So you see where it gets a little bit, like, sketchy, and we need to just be a little bit careful. We'll do hold person at this level if we can get it off. Obviously, that's going to be very, very strong for us. Sanctuary is our get out of jail spell if we're in real big trouble. Do we not get bless? Interesting. And then we'll go guiding bolt, and then we will go inflict wounds, which might come up. It's one of them spells we don't really want to have to use it, but I suppose we would rather have it than not. Oh no, she does get bless. She gets blessed just as her life domain gives it, so that's actually really cool. You know me, I like a bit of organisation in my life. Invoke a healing energy that restores your allies. Oh, okay, that's a mass heal. That's a mass heal. So it is an action, but why that's really, really strong is because on top of all this, we are getting a boost to our healing. So they it might just be the 12. No, how do I go into Shadow Hearts? When casting a healing spell, the target regains additional hit points, 2 plus the spell level. I suppose that's not a spell level, gotcha. But that means I can go, let's say, healing words level 2. So that's 2d4 plus 4. So let's just say it's 8, we get a really lucky one. And because of our life thing, at level 2, we get an additional 4 hit points on top of that. Then we can go preserve life, just mass heal, which is great for either getting people up. If we have a few people on the ground, that's going to be that's going to be amazing. I'm going to put it over there because I'm going to end up clicking it by accident. We do get Cure wounds, which we can. Awesome. So if we need to just heal in a turn, that's fine. Because now I hate healing as an action because it just removes, obviously, chances for you to do damage. And you want to do as much damage as possible. Damage is king, as they say. However, if we have the other three as damage heavy as possible, that means we can allow Shadowheart to negate. She's negating her healing stuff, hoping the others do enough damage where it's not a problem. So it's an idea. I want to try something a little bit different. I'm sure it's only going to go well. You know me, our plans only succeed. Apart from the times where they've clearly failed. Actually, I'll put that down there. So always remember. That's pretty important, and then I can see all of her items. So the reason why we're doing this now is because obviously we do have some tough fights coming up, and I just want to make people really prepared. Now with Karlach, I really can't wait. Like, she really needs a level 6 for this, because at level 6 she can take her next barbarian aspect, which means then she does more damage to bleeding targets. And I did a little bit of research. So her Tiger's Bloodlust is basically a cleave where she can hit up to 3 enemies and she makes them bleed. There's not a save against that, so she just makes them bleed. So I mean, look at her, she would make them bleed, so it makes absolute sense. Now we can just leave camp, right? Yeah, just leave camp.
Defender of the people.
Does mean we need to gear up Will a little bit. Obviously I'll talk to my druid friend.
Need anything else?
I'd like to see your wares.
Always happy to help those who follow the first circle.
So, because now we can actually gear up Will. I'm very excited to see Will in combat. So I think he just wants like a light weapon in his side hand. Side hand? Is that? So light armor. He can wear medium now. I would like to pick him up stuff. We don't have tons of gold on us, though. Don't particularly know what we've been wasting on.
Attention! What am I to do?
I might just give Will that for the moment. Yeah, I'll just give Will that for the moment. I think the hag has moved on. Just give that to Will at the moment so it gives him one more AC a little bit stronger. There was a pouch that I dropped at the beginning of the stream, so just ignore that. Why am I in here? Oh yeah. I want to see if the hag is still down here. She is not, sadly. Damn, she's gone over to our house, so we've activated her to move over there. Just means we can't buy Hill Giant Strength, so I do want to chat with Damien.
How fares the search?
Yeah, we found nothing. Can I see your wares? Just want to see what weapons you got, my man. Light hammer. Spear. Would like... shield. What shield have you got, Shadowheart? Just a normal shield. I won't waste money on a shield in second floor. So currently Will has what? He has a rapier and nothing else. Should I just buy him? So I think we want a light weapon. Just a little short sword for the time being. I know we're going to get one probably quite early. Yeah, let's just buy that. It's only 45. I did have a look. We're cool with potions and oceans and all that sort of stuff. So then Will can get that. Will can then get that. Will, please equip your weapon. You're disappointing me. Will. Because he's not proficient with martial arts or short swords. Okay, Will. Point one to you. What weapons are you? Spears. So how do I dual? Did I pick dual wield? I thought I picked dual wield. 2 weapon fighting. Wait, is he even proficient with this? Yes.
Let's chew the fat.
I'm a bit confused what weapons he's proficient
How
in.
fares the search?
Yeah, bite me. So go to will. Weapons. A dagger. Oh, dagger seems pretty lame, doesn't it? Club. Hand axe. A warhammer. What I'll do is you can have the warg fang from my druid, because my druid ain't going to use it. Goblins have disadvantage on attack rolls against the wielder. Alright, what have I done? Why is he not dual wielding? Is it the rapier? I thought finesse weapon meant it can... No, rapiers are two-handed. So I can use a short sword. It's the rapier that's the problem. Ah, there we go. I'm a genius. Like, whoever doubts me, shame on them. I don't have a weapon on my druid, but it really doesn't matter. Does mean we need a short sword for Will immediately. Obviously, there's going to be some teething problems with Will, me getting used to how to use him, so you're going to have to bear with me. I believe I just packed here. Bind to your main hand weapon, its damage becomes magical, you cannot drop it or throw it, and you become proficient with it. Or do I summon a weapon? I don't really know how this works, in all honesty. I won't do that, but I'll do that. Because it doesn't seem to have any negatives. Well, we'll see how that works. Okay, so we've got a plan. Our druid's got no weapons, but she doesn't really need one. She's a badass. Right, we've got confront the paladins. That's going to be very, very difficult for us. Have we got stuff? Okay, it's basically just tough fights. It's basically what tough fight do we want to take? Let's go to the Blighted Village. Let's try and get into the mirror. Is it under here? Hello? Yes, in here.
Here goes nothing.
Open sesame. So there's a mirror in here that we could get to. Or every time I've tried to get to it, we've failed. Like, this is just my looting room, really. And then we got some fights downstairs. That would be fun. I've got some worms to use. We're infested in them. I mean, what do you expect when we keep eating them like candy?
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
Yeah, we'll get there, don't worry. I need all this, though. Although we are doing, I have to admit, really, really well for supplies. I'm keen to see what Shadowheart's healing potential is going to be. Now we have literally decked the halls with Shadowheart. Because I've never done the life build. I always just thought, what's the point? Just do damage. But we're an incredibly aggressive group. We basically have 3 melee people. So it's going to take a couple of combats. The problem is when we come up against bosses. Again, I feel like just tying them down in melee. I'm not thinking of a boss at the moment that is going to cause problems. Like, and Will can, like, we've still got ranged stuff. Obviously, we're just not strong at it. We don't want to get into a ranged fight, really. We have options. We're not totally lost, but it's not going to be our forte. But then a lot of us do have Misty Step. So what I'm going to do, because I always fail this bit down here, is I'm actually going to go do it first, or attempt it first. This is attempt 4 or 5 down here of trying to open this mirror. Only because I refuse to look at spoilers. I'm just too stubborn, really.
For me.
It's not like, because people, whenever I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I don't want to do spoilers, they're like, oh wow. No, it's like, no, I'm just too stubborn, not because of anything else. Oh, I hate when the game auto-saves, it makes me so nervous. I think these only pop open if I loot them. A poo scraper, because that's what we all need in our life. Take all that, take the shovel. Add to wares, add to wares, add to wares. Shall I punch that? Brilliant. Look at my druid punching skills. She's amazing.
Nice march.
Karlak, show her how it's done. Just as initiative ends. Critical miss. I don't need to rage here. First time we see you in melee. Nice. You get them temporary hit points up, which is also really, really good.
Well.
Karlak, pick up.
Nice.
Because these skeletons can actually get out of control if you're not careful. Reckless! Can I not just hit them there? Yeah. Nice. It's had a good bit of damage. Sort of semi-wondering if I should have went sword.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Should I try and punch him? It's not going to do 5 damage. I don't really want to use any, I wanted to push him down the chasm. I don't really want to use any of my forms, though, so... Nice, well. Shadowheart, just use your crossbow. I don't want to waste anything here. So I am being more cautious than I should, probably. But I do want to... Alright, so... Just wanted to take some of them. I don't think they jump out, like, to gang up on me, but I thought I'd just take out a couple of them just in case.
Keep going.
I think I have to open them. Right, mirror, mirror on the wall, please open up for me. Half elf. I'm error. Examine your appearance.
You do your best to wipe the dirt from your face and look presentable. Adventuring is murder on one's wardrobe.
Speak your name.
Tell it your name.
I do not know this name. If you are known to my
Oh
master,
no.
step forward.
I've
and
messed up.
declare yourself an ally.
Shall I try intimidation? Open up or I'll smash you to pieces. That didn't go well. That didn't go well. Have I got an inspiration? I've got 1 inspiration. Oh, it's already going to kick off. Come on. Come on. I don't know if this is going to work, but I've never tried this option before.
There is a pause as those glass eyes take you in. Then...
I've never got in here before. I don't even know what's in here, but I'm so excited.
A well-guarded laboratory. What were they hiding?
Everything. The best weapons, please. I want, like,
What's inside?
a great axe that talks to me and, like, hums as it kills. And the more it kills, the more it hums. They will call it Hummicus. I thought I messed up because for one of the questions you have to read a book upstairs and I was a bit too keen Did I just hear something? Might have just been the ambiance, I'm sure. Research notes. Raised dead, failed, gone too long, body decomposed. Reanimation, failed, came back as ghoul, had to kill again. Speak with dead, failed, answers unhelpful. Clone, failed, needs living tissue. Reanimation plus clone, failed, had to kill both ghouls. Resurrection, failed, why, magical curse. True resurrection, I've reached the limit of my skills and resources. The book offers help, dare I accept? Is there a sniff of necromancy by any chance? You turn page after page filled with strange alchemic sketches and a formula. Some are written plainly, some in runes and scripts you barely recognise. There are guides to transformating metals and recipes for weapons of war, but more than anything else, the book is concerned with reanimating dead flesh. Observation, tracking travellers and people in the village. You turn to the final pages. Yeah, it literally is tracking individual people. 3 men in black armour pass through, not Faerun. Why is they're worried about Faerun? It's like everyone that's noted, not Faerun. Raid, black armoured soldiers, some damage, not Faerun, but dangerous. The book's key gem has gone missing. Familiar ordered to watch my apprentice. Singe passes through, doesn't stop. Familiar reports apprentice disappeared. Near well near the well. There's a well in the village. Raid, some soldiers as before, townsfolk. Smoke on horizon, raid. Interesting. Scroll of Featherfall. Basilisk oil. Really good for bringing people back that have been petrified. So it's not really good, that is its aim. It literally does it. Oh, that was lucky. I was just literally peering my camera in to see the necromancy of Fae. Okay, let's loot and scoot. If anyone stood on that, I was going to be very disappointed. The Evil Eye. While the number of trinkets and bargains a hag oh, this is about the hag. Interesting. While the number of trinkets and bargainings a hag personally acquires means that her power will be unique compared to that of her sisters. So it does mean there's loads. Brilliant. Hags as a whole can still be divided into 3 subcategories. Night hags, named for such their abilities to haunt a mortal's dreams, slowly devouring vital essence until the victim's soul can be trapped into the hag's soul bag. They are known for being petty, selfish. Sea hags, known for devouring their victim's whole. Sea hags can terrorise and kill with a single look. They reek of fish and are incapable of making a proper cup of tea. Why that? Very random. I wonder if it's like foreshadowing to like, their weakness is truly milk or boiling water. Hot. Do you know what? I'll be honest. I think most people's weakness is hot water. Green hags, they are beautiful. They are powerful. Speak not a word against them. Interesting. That almost sounds like one was over your shoulder when you writ that. Magical items from head to toe. You gain +2 bonus to armor class as long as you are not wearing armor or holding a shield. Hi, Karlak. I have some items for you because she does not wear armor. AC goes from 15 to 17. We are going to be tanky beyond recognition. Like, Will is only going to go from strength to strength, and he's once we get stronger, like, we need level 5 is going to be crazy for us. Level 6 might be abusive. Like, oh, I'm excited. Well, we have to, the problem is we're on honor mode. We have to actually get to that, so there's no point counting our chickens before they buckaroo. I don't know what I did there. I won't do that again. That is very good. Ink pot. Books, books, desk. On death and resurrection. Of what life, or what value is life? Far too topic. Interesting, because that's what Withers asks us. We already know that our destruction of our material is not the end, so it's talking about souls. Lord, why does that name ring a bell? Kalimov. I feel like I've read this before. I feel like it was one of the books that was in the crypt where Withers was. We are going around the room because considering we just found them van braces, I would like to know what other secrets are behind here. The good thing is now we've done this, we know how to get into this room every single time. The publisher's notes... Sorry, the publisher note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. Normally means you're doing something naughty-bawty. This extra is attributed to High Farah Bryn of Baldurgate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside the Great Condorian, maybe? Journals, so they dignity guard, but they forget that I am not so grand. They forget I'm a scumbag. Before I lent my name and knowledge to the High House of Wonders and all the marvels therein, I was not but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. And that was how I first saw them, the slow and serene earth moat, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later that I learned of their origins and the ancient empire that fashioned them. Inflicted on the century, okay. Crystal ball, another wooden chest. Okay, a load of spells. I'm not going to say no to a load of spells. Spells are handy, especially on honor mode where we need to use every Oh, the ladder. I was like, why is there an objective down here? Right, we do know there was a trap here. The only problem with our party is who actually is the lockpick? Who is going to be our best? Is it going to be Will? No, I want to see. Right, Dex 14. I think it's going to be, yeah, Dex 16.
Sharp as ever.
Will technically is our best. It's +3 to dexterity. Oh no. Ouch. I'm very nervous that nothing happened. Try that again, Will. Okay, much better. He disarms it so well, the failure before is ignored, right? That's how it works. Okay.
The magic
Lockpick. I love when a perception check has failed just as I'm trying to open a door.
Can't give up now.
Brilliant.
Don't be shy. While I'm at it.
Is that going to be failed by absolutely everyone?
My faith will guide me. Best avoid that trap.
Oh, okay, interesting. Ah, it's on a... Okay. I'm glad someone
The pride of the gate.
saw that.
I'll see what I can do.
Right, so open that. Please. Yep, nice. First time. It's because I picked him up. He's got a new role in the group now. He feels that I'm liking him a lot more. Right, open.
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
Okay, I wonder if they're gonna... So I guess as long as I disarm. It's only a 10. Never say it's only a 10. Never say it's only a 10. That was a rookie mistake. That was a rookie mistake. How quickly? Oh, look at that. Pick up.
Keepers.
I haven't got the movement to leave. So I'll just Misty Step out. Because I'm bad to the bone. Okay, it wouldn't have been terrible, but still. Well, let's give that to my druid. And shall we have a looky look?
In it.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole. Only an oval recess in the cover's mouth.
I wonder what some people have used that for.
You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You can sense something dark about this tome. Something profane.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
Thanks, Shadowheart.
Please don't open the creepy.
We surely shouldn't leave such a threat out, where anyone could stumble across it.
Put the book away. It is not too late. Interesting. I do, I think this might have been the item. I don't know if I've still got it. At the beginning, before we came in here, or came in the goblin village, let's go to the journal quickly. What was it? Discover? No. Was it search the cellar? I don't think this is... Oh, I have to actually pick whether to destroy it or unlock it. Brilliant. Oh, I thought this was... There was a group of people that ran away from the grove. I was under the impression... I mean, we don't have to do anything on the book now. Can I go through this way, can I? Right, come on then, gang. So that's a good win for us. Oh, a rusted key. Wonder if that unlocked that gate back there. More resources. Loads of resources down here, which is awesome. Oh, I do need to go back because we haven't killed some skeletons and whatnot. But, my first time in this room, I'll be honest, it's worth it just for the van bracers. The van bracers alone. Because I imagine Karlach is not going to remove them for the rest of the game. That's how good they're going to be. Because she's never going to wear armor as a barbarian, she doesn't need to.
Wanna dance?
Alright, let's smash some of these open. Reckless!
This is gonna feel good.
Here we go again.
I need to equip the weapon.
Talk to me.
Will. Not my will. I guess he just heals himself
I'll do, thanks.
to a degree. Reckless. I love getting that off quickly before combat technically starts. Do you see what I'm saying by like aggressive? Obviously we're quite high level for this. They are level 3. Like kidding level 3s and thinking I'm amazing. I am amazing. Add to wares. Kidding level 3s. So yeah, so we got a few things, and then it basically just leads to then we need to go kill the goblin bosses. Why can't I? I'm surprised. What? I think the game's glitched. There was nothing in it. Oh, there was something in there. For some reason, it didn't. Oh, I didn't get it in time. Go on, Will. Get him. Get him, Will. Attack him, Will. Nice. Yeah, this is what they do. Then they wake up all their skeleton friends. Obviously, it's not too much of a problem for us. Or he just plays with... Do we play with doors? No. It's only funny if... You know... It's not. Right, go smack it. Oh, I can't hit him. Hi. Oh, because she's already used her action.
Ever easy.
Probably shouldn't take this so... Taking this really chill, I have to admit, like...
Making me sweat.
Don't use all my stuff. It's gonna be fine. Arrow and a bow. Pick up, add to wares. We need to get some infernal iron for Karlach. Add to wares. Add to wares.
Let's go.
Survival failed. Reckless. Go! Oh, I missed! That's my new favourite thing, trying to get that off.
Bam, bam. Fuck yes.
Oh, then it wasted my action. But we can already see that Will is getting targeted over everyone else, which probably does make sense.
Victor's path.
I thought they'd have targeted my druids, in all honesty,
It's
but...
been a long day. Better stop to rest soon.
That might be worth a look.
Right. Cool, another area successfully cleared. So far, apart from obviously missing out on the flaming sword early on, we're actually doing pretty well, so I'm happy with that. More spells, very nice.
Boots have seen everything.
We are all done in here, which is cool. Then we can go back to the other room, loot in there, live the dream. I panicked then. I thought that was the door. I was like, oh, who shut it? Panicking about nothing. It's sort of what I do. It's sort of my... Oh.
Let's have a look.
My forte, let's say. Did we loot any of these? Looks like they all don't have anything in them. Yeah, they're just disappointing me, aren't they? Yeah. Add to wares. Yoink. You didn't nail it down, it's mine. Yeah, that's the healer's log that you need to read this one to be able to have the question for the thing. But then perhaps, oh no, it's the same book. Healer's log, just the people around town. Fire resistance. I feel like it's just, on these game modes, it's too important. Like, not to pick up everything. So, we've got Korga to do. Quite a lot to do, really. As we're sort of... I wouldn't say cleaning up Act 1, but obviously we're coming to the end of it. I would like to do Lae'zel's storyline. Like I said, we're going to be quite loosey-goosey with all the group that we take. We're going to like switch in people fairly regular, because I feel like that will be a little bit fun. Rather than like locking ourselves with one party, we get to see a few people in action. And then we can sort of get to know everyone, and I find that quite fun. Can hear stuff like jingling in the background, more health potions, which is handy, although so far, I think especially because my druid doesn't really need health potions, because she can just bonus action heal with her spell slots in druid form, which is obviously handy. I'm excited. I want to see a tough fight, in all honesty. I'm very excited to see how our build is actually going to go. And I've actually got quite high hopes for it. So...
Let's see what this
Well, I think we do Korgas. next bit? Because I know there's a little bit of a fight. Down here, so we can't just run out, can't we? Do need to chat with them. Did we get branded in the end? Yeah, we did. We did. Had to remember.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show us the brand of the absolute.
Show him your brand.
I see it. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend.
I'm sure they're, you're quite the articulate orc, ogre.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand, and you a delicacy. Were I so lucky?
I've noticed you don't bear a brand of your own.
I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only. Gluttony and greed.
Here.
The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk.
You should be fine for me.
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
Oh, talk dirty to me. I'll pay you in the flesh of the fallen, you'll have your fill. Come on. Mama needs a good dice roll. Mama gets a good dice roll.
A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before. Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
Awesome, thank you very much.
We will keep close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
Awesome, if we're in a really bad jam, we've got that. Right.
What's that?
Dead tiefling. Right, add all this to wares. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. We're making some crazy progress today.
Someone's diary. Might explain what happened here.
I know, but there's supplies. Oh no, I want to send to camp. Send to camp. Okay, should we go do Korga stuff then? We will have to go to sort the hag out. I probably want the level up before the hag. We have got some weapons, actually. Is there anything we can give our druid? Surely by now, right? Nope. Short rest. Oh no, I'll just heal him with health potions.
Looking ahead.
Right, Korga's stuff is... Where is it? Right, investigate Korga, which is a little fun fight.
The gods are watching me.
I say that. It could be a very dire fight, but we're going to see. Ah, the beauty. It's so beautiful. It's lovely. Ow, 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 ow. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out.
The pride of the gate.
Can you disarm that trap, please? Yeah, totally, totally. Remember those traps. I was stunned by the beauty. There we go, that one's disarmed. But I think we all walked on to, like, both of them. Go on, Will. We believe in you. Yeah, because we got rid of guidance from Shadowheart and from Will, but it makes more sense my druid having it.
Let's move.
Not great.
One day.
We will short rest in a minute. Obviously, there's no point now. As we're still making through, so I can't remember how much new... Oh.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Druid nature. A natural one. It's the eye that Volo took out, you see. I can't see anything.
The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.